Hello, hello, hello. What's up, true art believers? I hope you're doing well today. This is Pearson here. I am the number one live art streamer in the world, and you're watching 500 Days of Drawing. We're going to be doing a cactus drawing today. Super, 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 super easy. Trust me, it's the easiest. So let's get started, shall we? I just wanted to do another cactus drawing. It's not late, but like I wanted to do something this evening. I wanted to watch uh, the next episode of The Boys. I didn't want to spend a majority of my like I didn't want to spend what did I not want to spend? Oh, I know. I don't want to spend an hour and a half doing a portrait drawing study. Even though I should be doing it, I just don't want to do it right now because I really want to have like a Friday, whatever you would call like a Friday, I guess. People do a lot of like, I think Fridays are overrated, man. Seriously, Fridays are overrated. Like, there's this serious case of like FOMO, like fear of missing out type of stuff, and like I feel like we spend too much of our time like going out. And I get it, man. I like going out. It's fun, it's enjoyable. But like at the end of the day, when when I when I do go out, I'm like I always say to myself, I'm not. I don't say, oh well, that was worth it. For the most part, I'm kind of like against that. I actually don't deselect here. I don't necessarily think it was always worth it, in my opinion, going out. Um, but like it's like this thing that we do where you go out and you have a drinky poo, a drink or two, right? And then that's it. But I think we kind of like are spoiled in that regard where we like abuse it. Or maybe that was something I did back in the day. I don't know. I'm not as I'm not as like what would you call it? I just don't do it that much anymore. And I think because as you get like older, I don't know, as you get older, you don't see like the truth in it. And when you're younger, you think that's the thing that you should be doing, or at least a lot like, or maybe that's the thing that you think you should be doing. Like I don't know, maybe the culture has kind of lied to us, right? Where they kind of deceived us into thinking that, oh, this is what you should be doing as like on your Fridays, squandering it on boozing and such. And I don't think that you should be doing it. I think it's like it's just unimportant. Like in the whole scheme of things, it doesn't really matter. Like the more I think about it, and the more I like kind of look back and say, "Oh gosh, I kind of regret some of those actions." The more I think, you know what, I really didn't benefit from just blowing my weekend or blowing a night doing that. And perhaps I could have have some more discipline in that regard. You know, I really could have. Um, I really could have just been a little bit more, I guess, rigid with my. I don't know. There wasn't the internet wasn't as prominent as it is now, and opportunities weren't as, or the ability to like present yourself and to do things that you have passions for were not as prominent or prevalent. Um, but yeah, man, I wish I had not blown a lot of my time on some of those, on like just going out and that kind of mentality. It's it's hard to it's hard to describe. All I can say is that I wish I had really had invested my time a little bit more wisely, or done something a little bit more productive instead of going out. Because like when you're younger, you see the weekend, and you're like, oh man, it's gonna be awesome, and you're gonna have fun, and to some degree, you are having fun, right? Like you get to spend time with your friends, um, and then you get older, and you're like, ah, wow, I can't believe I did that, right? Like I can't believe I spent a lot of my time just like a lot of my free time on going out, right? And it just wasn't worth it. The more I think about it, it really wasn't worth it. And I wish I had like had spend it more effectively, to be quite honest with you. I I don't know. So like long story short is my Friday involves me doing something that is just like fun, right? Where I kind of where I basically I will yeah, it's me having fun. Like not even having fun, like just my what would you call it? The my Friday night is like me watching something on television for a minute or two, or like an episode or something. So I want to do a lot. I want to do this live stream, and then have a moment to myself to do to kind of like just you know to kind of watch an episode of The Boys. Essentially, that's what it boils down to. All right, I'm done with this. We're gonna block these layers out, and we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna draw our cactus. So I wanted to do my portraits today, but I decided not to, just because I want to have a little bit of time today. My days are compact; they're full, like they're just straight working. Although lately it hasn't been like that. I've been very kind of lax with it. I've been dropping the ball, and what sucks, it really does suck to kind of like relinquish your schedule a little bit. And I've been doing that a lot lately, and I don't know if I like it. It's been very stressful on me, because there's been normally I'm very rigid with my schedule, and then I just haven't been sitting down and writing down like what I want to do for the day, you know. And I'm trying to bring it back. I'm trying to bring that back, you know. So that's what I'm going to be doing, is I'm trying to get back to drawing, or get back to doing my normal schedule, um, because there's something to be said about having a consistent schedule. Uh, y- I think people find schedules to be kind of constraining. And I think a lot of people would benefit from having a schedule, because I find them to be very liberating, in the sense that you actually end up having more time, because you are being more efficient with delegating your schedule. And a lot of people aren't able to do that, and they think that they're going to be constrained. And I've been very lax with my schedule, and I've been finding that it's actually not helpful, because if you don't know what you're doing with your day, with your time, you're going to spend your time on something that's not worth it, you know. And that's what a lot of us do, and that's okay, man. What if that's what you don't want to do? But like, I think a lot of us aren't as happy as we think we are. You know, I think a lot of people are less satisfied with what they're doing, you know, and partially because the internet, like social media, is kind of like put it out a distorted view of like what like people lie on social media, like and or like what I've been noticing, what I've been seeing. Example would be these blogs of like people on YouTube. They have like a blog, and they show their vacations, and they're edited to be really nice. The especially or these blogs that have like these guy blogs, these dude blogs where they're with like these models, and they're out in like Bahamas or whatever, Hawaii. What's the place that's really like kicking? Like what's a resort or a place that people go to, you know? And then like they're making their lives seem so much better. And I think what happens is it makes the viewers more miserable to an extent, you know, because they see these people doing like fun things that they would love to be doing, and yet they're stuck at their cubicle or at their like 9-to-5 job. And I think these people, these bloggers, are doing a lot of people disservice, you know. I think it's doing more harm than good to an extent, where like they deceive people into like this false sense. I don't know. Like I know it doesn't help. I don't know. I don't think it's beneficial. I think it's deceptive. So I don't know what to think about it. I think a better example is like the Instagrammers, like who are like lifestyle gurus or whatever it is, and they show like their lifestyle, and essentially they make their followers kind of jealous, you know. I guess that's how I would feel from it. Like I would feel a little bit jealous and a little bit insecure seeing some of these individuals living a pretty awesome life, and or at least or faking it, because a lot of them do fake it. A lot of them will fake a scene. Like there's whole industries on that right now. Like I just saw a video of how like you can rent out a studio space that looks like the interior of a private plane, and people will pay that service to lie essentially, to lie to subscribers and people that follow their platforms, just so they can get more likes and subscribes or whatever that means, you know. And that's really weird to me. And this just like Twitch has created a whole like genre. I don't know if I like this shape, but I'm going to keep it. A whole industry on just, I don't know. It's hard to explain it. It's like, it's just weird. It's all weird. Live and let live, I guess. But anyways, what it boils down to is I want to watch The Boys, and I want to be able to, in order for me to do that, I'm going to do a 30-minute drawing as opposed to an hour-and-a-half drawing. And, you know, I can do a 30-minute cactus drawing really quickly, while if I were to do one of my 100 heads challenge, I would be here for until about 11:30 midnight, and I don't want to do that at this point. I want to do a quick head, or a quick you know, cactus drawing, get it out of the way, and enjoy a little bit of my evening. And that's okay. You know, that's okay. I think I earn it to an extent where I, you know, like I've talked about this numerous times, where like Like I've done almost 500 live streams consecutively. Of course, I've missed a few days and I have to catch up. But that's okay. I don't care about that. Like it's all that's like small potatoes, right? That's like it doesn't matter to me, that I missed a day or two and I was able to make it up. So that is what I care about, being able to make it up. So I want to have an evening or at least a time frame where I can kind of just have just a little bit of me time. So that's why I want to watch an episode of something. And be quite frank, though, I've been doing a little bit too much of me time in the sense that, like, I've been watching a lot more shows than I am used to. Like, I don't normally like binge shows, but lately I've been just watching movies. Movies I've already seen before, or just in general, just watching movies. I just been thinking to myself, you know what, I wanna watch a movie. All right, what's wrong with that? But it's been keeping me up like in the AM, and that's not good. I don't think for my schedule that I'm trying to keep, I don't think doing that it's a good habit to kind of form. So I've been trying to break that habit, and it's been a little tough. I don't think I've been doing really a good job in that field, but that's okay. I guess it's okay that I'm not fully. I don't like this. I don't like the shape of this cactus. It's okay that it's that I've been kind of watching that kind of stuff. I guess I don't know. Maybe I'm trying to justify it. Who knows? I can't give you an answer to why I'm doing it. I just feel like it's just been something I've been doing lately. As like an escape, I guess. Just like a form of an escape. And what's a good obstacle? Yeah, so I've been doing it as a form of escape to kind of just, just break free from the norms, I guess. And that's what I've been having to do a lot lately. That's what I've been doing a lot lately, is just kind of watching shows. And I watched the movie It. That was pretty cool. Although I felt that they overdid like the scene, this type of like weird action that the character It did, where like he would appear out of nowhere and they would do this like video trick where he would like, I guess like the best way to explain it is he would waddle, but really quickly, like in like 2 seconds he'd waddle, but it was like a weird distorted effect where he would waddle to the characters, and it was really scary looking. But like they did that a lot in a lot of the scenes because it was an awkward type of thing to do. I think it was they overdid that like action, in my opinion. And yeah, I don't know. I enjoyed the film for what it was. I still, though, like to this day, it was scary. I guess it was kind of scary, more like a funny scary. But man, to this day, I cannot like what the movie that scares, like the original It scares me. Like it just creeps me out. It's just the way that it was made. Maybe it was because I was a kid when I saw it. It was like made for TV. I believe it was made for TV, and it was a really creepy. I think the reason why it was creepy is because the way that they made the clown look comparatively, compared to the new It version. This version of the clown looked a little bit more looked more alien. So because he had that giant cranium, he looked more alien. But like in the older It series, like it was just a creepy film. Like the way that they did the makeup for the It character as the clown, that was very, very creepy. But like the newer one, it's creepy. It's got that scary ambiance feel, but like it doesn't have the same effect. I think it was just like I think they overdid it. but I'm not saying it wasn't a bad movie. It is what it is. I enjoyed it, right? I'm not gonna like critique it. I critique certain films for certain reasons. You know, I don't think I know enough about horror films to really critique it. You know, um, and that's I'm not really a horror film buff, right? I don't really. It's just not my thing. Movie. I'm not really a movie buff. I don't really. Well, I do have certain reservations about on the Marvel films because I'm a huge proponent of like keeping the sanctity of the characters. And now what I feel like Marvel's become is like they just kind of like make fun of the characters, you know, because like, oh, comics are supposed to be funny. Like, well, sometimes, but you know, a lot of the times in these comics, there are like they are serious and they should be treated as such. But now we've kind of made comics into like giant Sunday newspaper comics reels, you know, strips. And I don't know if that's the way to go. Um, I don't know. It's just some of the things that bothers me. But yeah, and long story short is I want to do a quick cactus drawing because I want to kind of have an evening. I think this always happens every Saturday or every Friday and Saturdays where like I try to keep these live streams a little bit shorter because you know I want to have a little bit of me time, a little bit of time to kind of just deload because I don't know. Perhaps it's like habit. Perhaps it's like what everyone else kind of does in general, right? I don't. I don't say that's what I typically do generally, but like I don't know. I don't know. It's probably like ingrained in society, so it's kind of ingrained as a habitual thing for me to do is to kind of like have have an evening or have like an hour or two where it's just not where I'm not having to like do anything particular. I guess. If I wanted to, I could talk about popular culture. Like there's some pretty political things happening right now, and you know, I would say to that is like just focus on yourself, man. You know, focus on yourself. There's always going to be something bad going on or something that you disagree with, and it's just focus on yourself, man, because everything outside in the world is this distraction to to yeah, everything else, like I believe everything in the world is just to distract you from achieving your own potential or achieving something that you find value in your life. And you can get very upset about external things in the world, and I totally get it. I do get it. I get it. But like, focus on yourself, man. Really, there's you don't have. You're only on here on this earth for a certain amount of time, and you can't change the world. Well, you can. I guess I'm not trying to say you can't, but like, if you try to take all the world's burdens on your shoulder, you're not going to get anything done with anything. I would say that you'd probably want to focus on one thing, one thing that you find important. It could be a cause, it could be a hobby, it could be a business. You know, you can't really focus on a million things at once. So this has turned out pretty good. And I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna call it. We're gonna use the. I think I'm done with that. Now I'm gonna add another layer on it. Actually, I'm not done yet. I'm going to just kind of do this. Actually, we're gonna use what would be a good color to use. There's a lot of purple and pinks. Let's try using a little bit of yellow right here. Yeah, there's a lot of things you can be really upset about, and I don't know. I don't know. I don't really want to talk about anything like that. It's just like I'm not I'm not qualified, or I'm not like I not at the end of the day. Like many of us are not qualified to really. I guess we're qualified to have an opinion about things, whether we are right or wrong. I don't know. Anyways, let's go ahead and we're gonna go ahead and do one more layer, and we're gonna use the skin brushes that I've been using for this little like pore brushes. I've been having quite a bit of fun with this like creating these these like this little pores and such. Yeah. And let's try, what's this do? There we go. That's kind of fun. I've been doing this a lot to kind of make it a little bit more inconsistent. And now time for the thorns. Yeah, I'm just gonna do some thorns and call it a day. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Perhaps I need to really think about like what I want to talk about, and yeah. Like there's a lot of things you could be angry about in the world today. Like, in my, I will hold the position that all the stuff that you hear in the news is all a distraction to things that are going on in the background that I feel are more damaging to the world. You know, there's more terrible. There's things that are more terrible that affect you more directly than what you hear in the news. It's all it's all smoke and mirrors. Like I feel like what they do is they'll like put something on the front page, as you can know, like the thing that was overturned today. But then in the background, there's probably something going on that you don't even know that's going on. Like that Supreme Court thing that just happened today. There probably is something going on that you don't know that was passed or overturned or occurred in another country that was really terrible that we don't know about because we're focused on this one thing. Like that's what they do. That's what the news people do. Is they will it will be something completely different. Like there will be something going on in the background that's occurring that we don't know about, but we're mad about this one thing, you know, and people don't know the facts. They just don't know the facts, and the majority of people don't know the facts. They see something and they get mad about it, and then they just like roar like I said, like it doesn't affect you as much as you think. Like it might affect you a little bit. Like, you know, these things that we are mad about are small things that don't affect your life as much as you think. And you might affect you might think it affects you, but it doesn't. Like like there's more things. Here's what I'm concerned. I'm more concerned about like food. Like I'm more concerned about like gas and food and how I'm going to pay for things right now because things cost a lot of money. What happened today, I don't care about it. Well, I do, but I don't. It's like I have things I have to worry about that affect me, you know, and affect people that I'm surrounded by. And these we just get mad about other things. No one wants to we just want to get mad about things. I think we live in a world where we just get angry about things, and that's all we do is get mad. Something happened in the world today, and we just want to be mad about it. Like, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? I don't know. This is why I don't talk about these type of things, because I don't have enough information, and I'll give you that to people, but I'm not gonna be the people that are mad about it think they know the topic. All these things, they're like well versed in it, and no one's really well versed in it. Most people that are expressing their opinions know very little on the subjects, and I'm not going to say that I do. So why express my opinion on it? I don't know what I'm talking about. Don't listen to me. That's why I just want to draw. But that's why I just want to draw, man. Like this. This is probably the most political you've seen me talk ever. I'm not even. I'm like talking indirectly about it too. I'm not really even expressing like a strong opinion on it, on any of these things. Actually, I'm so indirect. I'm not even addressing what it's called. That's how indirect I am, because I feel like I'm saying a bad word, I guess. I feel like I'm saying Voldemort, right? Like you can't say his word. Oh, you said Voldemort. Don't say his word. Don't say Voldemort's word. Yeah, man. We just focus on yourself, and you'll be better off for it. Be better. Like I 100% believe that if you make yourself a better person and you improve yourself, you will if everyone just focused on making themselves a better person and make themselves as the best possible version of themselves, I think the world will be a better place. I literally would think that. Like if you just focus on like, being a better person, being nicer to your neighbor, getting to know people, like I think the whole world would be just in general a better place. Like, and all these things that are occurring outside the world that you don't like or you're mad about, if you just focused on yourself and applied all that energy, all that like negative energy that you had, or that negative energy, and just turned that negative energy into like a positive, I think we would be much better off. But like I think people just I think a lot of people, especially because of social media, like I think a lot of people just aren't really happy with themselves, and so like they got to find something to be mad about, and it's super easy to do that. Like to really find something and be mad about it. It's like the easiest thing to do. Like like when you're a kid and you if you had a brother or sister and you're upset about something, right? You had a bad day or something, and your brother or sister was doing something that was just it didn't even piss you off, right? It didn't even make you mad. You didn't even hate. Like they're like, I don't know, they're picking their nails or something, or they're combing their hair a weird way, and you just snapped on them. Like you just went off on them for no reason, and like you didn't even care that they were doing that, but you just wanted to find something to be mad about. And I believe like social media really exacerbates that with us as individuals. It like just makes us mad about stuff, because I think we're not happy. A lot of us aren't as happy as we could be. And I think like social media does that. Like we see people like killing it. And even though a lot of us know that deep down inside, a lot of these social media people are faking it. They're like lying to our faces. Just like the act of just like seeing that occur Like just like seeing other people successful, even though that might be a farce, like it might be a fake thing that they're doing, can like on a subconscious level make us feel little, make us feel lacking, you know? And it sucks that you see that happen in the social media world, you know? And also seeing followers and subscribers. You know, I like to espouse or like to lean towards Gary V's little motto. Like, if you have even one person or one person following you or subscribing to your channel, that's flipping amazing, because that means that you have a person that wants to hear what you have to say and see what you're doing, you know. But we're in this world where we're like we're keeping up with the social media Joneses, I guess. And I think that's on a psychological level not really good. I don't think it makes us, I don't think it makes us happy. And that's why I'm not really too upset if I'm not if I don't have a large amount of people following me or subscribed to my channel. Like, I'm just happy that I'm able to do this. And you know, it's basically an excuse for me to draw, really, because if I didn't have this goal of doing these lives, hey, how are you doing? If I didn't have this goal of doing these lives and drawing, I probably wouldn't draw, because I probably wouldn't make art, because I would find some sort of excuse to not make art. It's really that easy. It's like, I hope you're doing well, man. You know, I hope you're doing good. How are you doing today? Yeah, so yeah, this is it. I've done my drawing, and normally I do one. I think maybe Sunday I'll be able to continue my 100 heads challenge. I just wanted to do a quick drawing that takes me roughly about 30 minutes. This one took me about 35 minutes, but I also kind of talked a little bit and kind of went around the topic of what was happening, like what happened today in the news. And yeah, I don't really like talking about that stuff. I think people would argue, say you should talk about just that kind of stuff. Like, I don't really know. I don't know, man. I don't know if it's a good thing for me to talk about. It's not my. I don't know. I don't have much to talk about regarding that. So that is it. You have any questions before I hit the hay? I don't know. I'm not hitting the hay, but before I call it a day. Anyways, so tomorrow I shall be either doing another cactus drawing or a portrait study. I want to do a portrait study, but I need about an hour and a half of free time. And if I can get an hour and a half of free time, I'll be doing a portrait study. And I just want to say thank you so much for stopping by. If you have not already, I would greatly appreciate it if you do subscribe to my channels. And I do art giveaways, so keep tabs on me, and you'll be able to see you'll find out if there's an opportunity to win a free painting. One of my goals for the year is to give away all my artwork, all of my paintings, which would be impossible because I have too many paintings to do, and I'm making new artwork each week. So anyways, I want to say thank you so much for watching today's live art stream. This is Pearson. I am the #1 live art streamer in the world, and I wish you all the best, and have a wonderful Friday night. It's Friday, right? Yep. All right. Cheers, my friends. Out.